Welcome to the running journey. Welcome to the running journey.
Welcome to the running journey.
Welcome
to the running journey. Running journey, yeah. Welcome to The Running Journey, a transformative podcast telling the story of two brothers faced with a very tough time in their lives that decided to do something about it, get healthy, get fit, and start jogging. The Running Journey will take you through half marathons, Ironmans, ultramarathons, and their attempt at qualifying for the Boston Marathon.
Don't forget 5Ks. Sorry.
We're certainly not going to forget 5Ks, Charlie. This is The Running Journey. Listen to us while you run.
That's a great idea.
Okay, I think we have our intro.
Welcome, everyone. Great to be here. I'm Rob Tatros, my brother Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie,
that's
aka
me,
yeah, that's you. Great to be here. Another episode of The Running Journey. You know, it's funny. My dad sent me a note today, totally unrelated, but it reminds me of The Running Journey. He wrote down his emotions the day after they won the cup in 2000. And I was telling him about the runner's blues and how you go through a period of time where you're like, oh, what am I doing? You're just down. And he wrote this whole thing about how he was like depressed after they won the cup because he felt like the whole purpose was the journey. And he kept talking about the journey, and he was telling me about the journey. He doesn't even know that our podcast name is The Running Journey, but he was like, it's all about the journey, Rob. Claude was telling me it's all about the journey because the actual peak or the valley after, it's kind of irrelevant. What you remember and what you values is the journey. Anyways, this is our podcast, The Running Journey. And what a journey we've been on lately.
Yeah.
Ironman, two guys who did sub 12 Ironmans right here, me and you.
Yeah.
Did we record an episode after Ironman? We did, yeah, right?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
You were down a little bit, I think, from what I recall. You were a little bit of the blues. A little bit, not too much, but a little bit.
Yeah, not too much, nope.
How's that been since? That was a week. So we ran 2.5 weeks ago, call it?
Yeah.
How are you feeling since?
Oh, I feel pretty good. I feel like recovery's been awesome. About 4 days after, I didn't tell my coach, and I just did a 14-mile run. And he was like, "Whoa! I thought we weren't. Thought we were kind of gonna take it easy on the runs." And I just felt like I just needed to, do a long workout. It was weird, yeah. And then I've been feeling better since. What about you?
No, a quick pause on that point because I did the exact same thing. I don't remember for which race, but I want to say my ultra maybe. I don't know. It's on the podcast somewhere. But I did the old. I need this more than you need me to take a break. I need this run right now more than you need me to rest. So I just went and I did it. It's like, whoa, what about? Yeah, exact same reaction. I didn't do 14 miles. I think I did 6 miles or something, or 8 miles. But I needed something because you're just I haven't run in forever. You've got that blues. You're down a little bit. So, and I'm not saying you were there. I'm just saying I went through that.
No, I would say I was aware of how I was feeling, and I was like, I knew that this would make it feel better. So yeah, it was weird.
It's crazy. It's like a drug, right?
Yeah.
It really is like a drug. So I've been feeling great. The problem for me is that I immediately went into recover.
Yeah.
And into taper for Run with Rob that I'm starting in 2 days.
Yeah, so I would say I don't think you can taper too much for what you're gonna do now.
What do you mean?
I mean, I guess what I'm saying is it would be hard. I mean, you're gonna get a benefit from doing less.
Oh, for sure.
Because you're gonna be
the opposite.
You're gonna be doing so much.
I know.
Right?
I know.
And it's gonna be all at easy paces, so you don't have to worry about kind of staying in shape.
Yeah.
So I mean, whatever. I mean, I'm sure you're still doing a bit of running, but
I've been listening to Coach. I thought you were saying the opposite at first. I thought you were saying, well, I think you need to run. I think you
No. You need to taper a lot because so you're going to be doing, well, this is a crazy when I think about it. You're going to be doing 180-mile weeks. Basically, you're doing 7 times 26, right? So that's 42 plus 185 or so. almost 185-mile weeks, which is probably 3 times more than you've ever done, I would imagine. And the intensity is going to be low, but still, it's only 2 weeks, right? So I think what you need to be is fresh. That's the only thing that really matters, right?
It's what I keep saying. And yeah, it's 506 kilometers over 12 days. So I've never done anything near that volume. I think my highest month on my iWatch is like 330, but I know it's like that was a treadmill miles, so it measures 15% less. So under 400, call it, was kind of my biggest month. I think you've had more months than that, bigger months than that, I think.
Well, I think so. 260 miles is the most I've ever done in a month.
That's more than me, a little bit more than me.
But that's probably, I don't know, like that's what, 400. Anyways.
Yeah, I got like 370 kind of as my biggest month, and this is going to be 506 in 12 days. So yeah, it's way more than I've ever done. But I did do 7 consecutive days of half marathons in Florida, or sorry, 6 consecutive days and another kind of almost 7 consecutive days of halves in Florida when I was down there. So that was 140 in a week or 150 kilometers in a week. Yeah, I know it's not the same, but I certainly felt the pace or whatever, the experience of going out every day. So yes, I've not been running a lot. So I did recover like he told me to do.
Yeah.
I did the big, I think 4 days after, the Thursday or the Friday, I went for like a 4 or 5 mile. I felt so good after the Ironman. Honestly, I felt like I probably could have gone harder, I guess, but I feel like I went really hard. But
well, I mean, no, I think you probably ran a pretty close to perfect race because
the bike could have trimmed a little bit on the bike, maybe.
Yeah, I know, but like you did a 351, like you moved up so much on the run. Like it's like, so I was looking at my splits, and the best part of my race was the run.
I know.
And
awesome.
for me, it felt off. Like it felt
you
terrible.
felt you were like a failure. You felt
but relatively speaking, like I was relatively to all the other ones, it was still the best part of the Ironman for me. And you were 40 minutes faster. So like, yeah. So like that, I think you ran pretty much a perfect race. Like maybe you left too much in the tank for the run. I don't know. It's possible.
I like how I did it though, but regardless, it was like,
it's always better to air the way you did. Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
Because you obviously had lots in the tank at the end, but I mean, that's how you finished so strong too, right? Like you finished
5:17. I did my first marathon for the Ironman.
Yeah,
5:17. Yeah. This is almost 2 hours better than that, right?
So you gained an hour 25 just on the run.
Yeah. But like even I think 5:17, even then I was gaining ground because I was so slow on the bike, obviously.
Yeah.
But you gained ground on I think it's anyways, I felt fresh. So I've been jogging a little bit. I've been kind of following what he's been telling me to do. So I think my weekend runs were like an hour, and I've been doing like every 2 days, like half hour.
Yeah.
Day off.
And then you could probably take like 5 days off before or something.
I've not jogged since Sunday.
Yeah. And then
the whole week is off.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, I mean, it's a very unique situation that you're in. So you're not racing, right? You're just getting ready to put on a lot of miles.
Yeah. I just need to put on some miles. Yeah, you're right. And it's like, I know this will sound ridiculous because people will think I'm pulling a Tanya move here. My sister was like, "Oh, I have a hard time putting weight on." I told her, I said, you got to stop saying that. But like, I feel like I'm roly-polying because I'm not doing any exercise and I'm eating the same amount as I normally am. And I'm feeling a little softer than I probably should be. That's okay though, right? I'll burn those off on the first few days.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, so you're going to be it'll be tough to eat enough probably. I mean, no, it won't be tough for you. Like, I mean, I don't know if you're like me, I feel like,
dude, you've seen me.
Yeah. I feel like even if I ran 26 miles a day, I'm just going to eat more. Like it's fine. Just, so, but there's probably needs some planning around that, right? So have you done some planning on that?
I was thinking about that today, a little stressed out because we leave first thing Friday. We're picking up a motor home We got like, aside from everything that my crew is doing. So I got like 2 guys on the marketing side doing social
Yeah.
media, TikTok, all that stuff, Instagram, LinkedIn. I got to work with all the sponsors. And aside from like the logistics of the event,
Yeah.
which is a little stressful. Thank God I got all these people.
Yeah.
I also have to like plan my own logistics, which is like, it was like, oh my God, I need shoes, I need clothes, I need gels, I need.
Okay. I don't think that'll be too hard, to be honest.
Yeah.
So here's how, like, so for someone who runs outside every day, so to me, like the gels and the nutrition, do you really do you care? Like, do you actually think you need them? And
No, but we're putting on events for other people, right? So it's a
yeah,
sanctioned MRA marathon.
yeah, no, I mean, but so that's your event prep, right? So someone's taking care of that.
Someone is taking care of that. Yeah. Someone's taking care of the gels, the Gatorade, the water, and I think we're doing Cliff Bars and bananas.
Yeah, so then you're fine, right? Like, so you could just take the course, whatever you want on course, like, right?
But I was debating doing scratch.
No, don't worry about it. It's just half marathons. So you're good.
Okay. Like, I could, depending how valuable my sleep is. Sorry, go ahead.
Unless you like, yeah, I don't think you need it. I think what you need is a big meal. So you're gonna in the morning, right? You're gonna do your first one in the morning.
Yeah.
So a big meal right after.
Like, you and I are the same in that we can both just go today, now, any time of the day, go outside, run a half marathon, come back at our desk and like not need water, piss, not need food, anything. We could both do that. I'm not worried about that, but it's worried about doing it over and over and over again. And
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Gonna,
that's why you need a big meal after everyone.
So I'm thinking, if my sleep is more important than my meal prep in the morning, I'm thinking I could probably get by on just like a banana half an hour before and then scratch during the race and then a huge meal after. Or I want to eat oatmeal, banana 2 hours before, kind of thing, which means I need to get up.
No. I would get your sleep, right? Just take a can you handle, like, I feel like I have no problem handling like one oatmeal pouch right before and a banana, and then have a big meal after and have some gels during.
That's what I'm thinking. So, and I was thinking whatever I can handle in the morning right before, and then maybe a gel or two. And then as long as I have that huge meal, I'm not going to suffer during the race, right?
Yeah, no.
It's the second race, if I haven't eaten enough, that's going to be problematic.
But I feel like have a big meal after your first one, right? That'll get you back to normal. And then I wouldn't eat too much before the second one. I don't know, but make sure you eat during the day a little bit, but not so that you're full. And then another big one after, I would say.
Exactly what I was thinking. So I was thinking, we got this thing we're going to do. We're going to like review the local diners.
Yeah.
So
yeah. That'll be fun. Yeah, do that.
So we're eating every race. I'm inviting whoever I'm running with to come for a diner meal with me. And you've seen me at diners. You can eat, but I can eat at diners. Like, I'm a 2 breakfast kind of guy. I order 2 breakfasts, and which is why I was so fat. Is because I like eating so much is the problem. Breakfasts are so good. So I'm going to eat 2 breakfasts, and we're going to review it, and we're going to put it on TikTok and socials and whatever. And then it's like, go check emails, maybe crush a nap, and like that's it till 4 o'clock, right? So like I'm gonna snack on fruit or whatever during the day, but I'm not having another meal, I don't think, because it'll be like 11 by the time I eat, right?
Yeah. That'll be
So
awesome. And then I would just kind of not eat too much before the second one. Because let's say you have your big meal after, right? Like,
I'm gonna have another big meal after, right?
So I think that'll keep you good till you start the next one. Like, I mean, just make sure you don't go hungry, right? And then have a few gels during the second one, and then another big meal after. I think you don't need much more than that, I would say.
Do you think I need how many calories do you think I need to eat?
4,500.
A marathon's like 2,000 or something? Is that what they say?
No, it's more than that. A marathon's more than 2,000.
Okay,
sorry, a marathon. So to me, it's like, well, it depends on the person, right? But to me, let me check. To me, it's like 1,000 per hour.
Okay, so I'll need 4,000.
Extra. maybe a bit less than that.
So
Maybe like
3,500.
maybe 800 per hour extra plus your daily, so 4,500, something like that. I would guess. Asking your nutritionist, but
Yeah.
I would guess 45 to 5
Okay.
a day.
Okay. I was kind of wondering where I wanted to be there. Do you think my body will just know? Like, do you
Oh
think I'll
yeah.
just like I'm not gonna have to like I'm just gonna wing this,
I
right?
actually, so when anytime I've had a marathon or even half marathons, I always gain weight right after.
Because you eat too much?
Yeah, I always err on eating more than I need to after those types of workouts because I want to get the benefit of, the building muscle and whatever is associated with it, right?
Right.
In between I'll eat less, but
Do you think I should be doing protein powder every morning?
yeah, depending on what your I don't know, your nutritionist would know. I would say you definitely do need protein after every run.
Yeah, so I was thinking like chicken cubes.
I don't think you need protein before, just after. But
Okay.
maybe a little before, but I don't know.
So I got my kind of 4 favorite pairs of shorts. I'm just gonna rotate through them. I'm gonna, wash them in the hose or sink or whatever, hanging out and rewear them 2 days later. I'm just gonna rotate through my favorite shorts, rotate through my favorite shirt, rotate through my favorite shoes. How many shoes would you bring if you were me?
I would bring.
And then I have a question.
That's one that I haven't thought about because you're doing 2 a day, which is tough. So, I would have
4 pairs, and you'd rotate
4
through them?
pairs. Yeah, I mean, I don't have 4 good pairs. I don't have 4 pairs sorry, I've got 8 pairs, but I've only got like 3 that I like. So yeah, I guess I would go with 4.
And here's the big question: would you wear Vaporflies or Alpha Flies?
Yeah, I would absolutely. I mean, sorry, you're rich, right? So you can afford.
They're my 2 most comfortable and like it just feels easier.
Well,
right?
it feels like so. Sorry. Now that after having run a lot on Vaporflies and Alpha Flies, but mostly the Vaporflies, I love. Running back on my Asics, sorry Asics, but like
we're just gonna kill the sponsorship deal right here, the ASICS sponsorship deal.
No,
they're working on.
I haven't tried the new ones. Maybe the new ones are good, but sorry,
deal.
my old 400-mile shoes. It feels like running on like pieces of
sandals,
like wooden shoes. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I was trying to explain this to someone because I can't tell you how many people went to the running room and bought shoes from my run with Rob. They partnered with us. Thank God they did. They ended up getting like $5,000 worth of sales because everyone bought shoes. Everyone's like, "Do I need shoes, Rob?" You kind of need a pair of running shoes. You can't run with your dad's tennis shoes from 1978. Like you can't. But I was telling them how different it's going to feel, and they were just like, "Shoes are shoes," kind of like I felt, and probably you felt when you started running.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And they're like, "Oh my God!" Like Labby bought a pair of carbon plated the Sauconys, like the $300, the equivalent, and he calls them cheater shoes. Now he wants to win the Tatro Group race, so I put a $500 bonus for anyone.
Well, he's in pretty good shape. He did those when he raced you after the Ironman there. He did like 6-minute miles.
Yeah,
like
he'd been drinking part of the day too, right?
Yeah, but he's in good shape. He's in good shape.
Yeah. Between him and Diego, they both ran a 2-hour half at the ultra on the trail.
On trails, yeah.
Tough trail. But Labby's been training hard. Like someone told me, random person told me that they saw him at 6 a.m. this morning, just hammering a run on Provencher. So I think Labby wants to win because Mox. So I basically told my staff, all of you guys that want to run a leg, here's a bonus for doing it and training and committing to it. And also the fastest time gets an extra $500. So now they're all sharing our runs, and it looks like Mox is the favorite. He clocked a 150 20K, something like that. So he's fairly confident he could do a less than 21 at less than 2 hours. But Tanya, our sister,
I'm gonna put my money on Labby. I don't know why. I just got a feeling.
And then Diego's a bit of a dark horse too. And then Derek Funk's laying in the back somewhere there. He's
Zero
really,
chance.
he's
Oh yeah, he's
really
doing his
worried.
burpees though. He's
Oh,
doing his
he's so
burpees.
worried. This is hilarious. He's like, okay, what do I need to do? He's panicking a little bit because now he's realizing that he's got to run this thing. Like he's committed to it. He's told everyone about it. He's got all these bets, and like he went and bought shoes. And anyways, he thinks he could do 2:45.
Oh yeah, he can.
And he's like, "Can I do 3 hours?" I said, "You could probably walk 3 hours." I think he could probably walk close to 3 hours, right?
Close. I mean, so when I was doing when I started, the once a week I would do a long walk, and then I got faster and faster. And I remember doing just over 8 miles. So sorry, 8.5 miles or something in 2 hours. But
That's what you
that's
need for. Sorry, yeah,
so
that's
that's
exactly.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think you could be close to that, but you have to walk really fast to do that.
Yeah, I know, but he can jog a little bit. Like he can
Yeah.
like jog, walk, jog, walk. So he's kind of targeting 3, and I said, I think you were talking 2 not that long ago, and now you're talking 3. Like,
Oh yeah, reality.
yeah. So he's worried about that, but I forget. Oh yeah, the shoes is what I was talking about. So all these guys went and bought shoes, and um, how different the shoes are. So back to the Vaporflies, I think I'm going to wear them. I think I'm going to rotate through them. Like it feels so good, right? Like it's like I don't know, like
I've decided I'm not buying any non-super shoes anymore.
okay, so sorry, who's rich?
Yeah. So I'm not. I mean, whatever. Because I have 3 pairs, I'm gonna. So yeah, because it's just not. Why? I just
Why make it harder?
yeah. Why not run in these beautiful shoes that exist?
Yeah, it's kind of like cheese. It's a bad example. Maybe it's a good example. Or anyone who likes whiskey, or anyone who likes wine, and you buy the cheap shit your whole life when you start because that's all you could afford, and it meets the purpose, and that's fine. And then like you kind of sneak into the $20 bottle of wine the first time, and you're like, wow, that's way better. Or like the $50 bottle of scotch, or the $100 bottle of scotch, or the $50 cheese, and then you're like you have a bit of it, and then you're like you can't go back. You just can't go back to that cheap cheese. You can't go back
Yeah.
to that cheap wine.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a wine guy, but I know the cheese example because now like it's like you go down this path of, well, we need better cheese now. We need better cheese. Same thing with the shoes. A quick story I want to tell about the shoes is my wife went to buy a pair of shoes at Running Room because she's running Saturday with me, and she comes back and she's got a $20 bill, and she tells me, Vanessa from the Running Room gave me this. Apparently, your buddy Kurt went in there and he tipped her $20 for buying the shoes, and he told her about Run with Rob, and she was so helpful and so supportive, and he tipped her, and she's like, I can't accept tips, but he wouldn't have anything to do with it, so he stormed out. And then she's like, I can't accept this, so she gave it to Michelle to donate to the charity in Kurt's name. So like how small Winnipeg of a community is. Michelle went in there buying shoes, and the woman,
Is Kurt running?
Kurt's running, man.
No, that's
Kurt
not possible.
lost 80 pounds.
Oh wow. Okay, that's great.
Kurt lost. I'm gonna get him. I don't know, on here or on my Run with Rob TikTok or somewhere, because his story is. I mean, we talk about journeys. That guy's had a heck of a journey. Kind of around the same time as me. We were golfing buddies. We were, both at spots in our life where we were overweight and not focusing on the right things, and we both kind of at the same time. He thanks me for doing this because it forced him. He said he wanted to support me, and he's like, why don't I run? So he signed up. He's got running shoes. He's down to like 190. I have no idea how he'll do, and I know he's been training, and like I'm blown away by that guy because like we're talking 6 months ago, he weighed like 270 pounds. So
Yeah.
that's like a really quick turnaround, right? Like that is really quick.
He's a bit of an extremist, maybe.
He's an extremist. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's we'll get him either on this or on whatever, on one of our podcasts, because he's got a story too. So yeah, people are buying shoes, people are running. It's like consumed. I've said this before, but it's like consuming my life right now, and it's the coolest thing on earth. I'm so excited, like in the motorhome, and like I don't know, just playing Catan or whatever we're gonna do with the boys. And my parents are gonna be there the whole time. My family's coming the first weekend, so I'm at a stage right now where like it's a little too much stuff that I need to prep, but like I'm really looking forward to just getting in the car and driving to the Saskatchewan border.
I'm so excited for you. That sounds like so much fun.
Are you gonna run anything?
Yeah, so I've got one for sure. The day, did you say? Sorry, so our friend just saying, did he tell? I want to do that one with him, and then I know you mentioned that maybe you had some around Brandon that you need people. So I would volunteer for any of those.
You would plug a hole?
Yeah.
If I needed it?
I'll have to just maybe book the morning off if whenever that is. So just let me know.
Okay, so I'm 90% sure I've filled all of those.
Okay.
But well, Tanya and or Claude were going to be my last spot. So I think Claude was going to try to do it, but I think he had a bit of a setback because.
Oh, I want to do the one that Claude does.
Okay, so Tanya's doing that one too.
I just want to do the 01 with Claude, no matter
Okay,
which.
so
one
come
it is.
do it. It's
What?
I have it right here on my calendar. It is leg. 1 sec.
Leg 8. Okay.
Leg 8, which if I go to run with Rob legs, it's on. Leg 8 is called Even Steven. Oh my God. The flattest half marathon you will ever see in the history of the planet. May 16th at 8 a.m.
Okay.
Me, you, Claude, Tanya. Wow. How crazy is that going to be? Come do that one. It's going to be awesome.
I will do that one. Yeah.
I think he wants to do, well, he wanted to do like, he was stretch goaling like 210 kind of thing, 215. But I mean,
he's not going to do 210, 215. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he can, but
no,
that'd be amazing. That would be amazing.
Well, he's 70 years old. He's coming off like multiple rounds of chemo, and like he was in a hospital like really not that long ago. So yeah, just the fact that we're talking about this is unbelievable. He had a setback though because he got hurt at the Ironman.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Some guy fell on him, collapsed, fell, and it was.
He's trying to squeeze in to see me finish, so it's my fault.
He's trying to squeeze in to feed you. No, I'm not saying it's your fault, but he got injured. So okay, you're coming to that one. That'll be awesome. That's the one I'm looking forward to the most. That's awesome. May 8th, Even Steven. It's from where
May
is this?
16, you mean, right?
What did I say? Yeah, May 16, leg 8, right outside of Douglas, Manitoba, all the way to Carberry. Just outside of Spruce Woods, actually. Yeah. So that's awesome.
Well, I'll have to, Patrick, just spring this on him, I guess. Oh, by the way, I did a half marathon. No, I'll tell him.
I did that in Killarney. Yeah, and then I got guys like coming out of the woodwork, like Raj Taran, who's like, hey, what do I need to know? I'm doing a half marathon. Like, it's crazy how much we take for granted that now that you've done, I don't know how many races and I've done how many races, but like, what do I need? Shorts and do I need cream and do I need Vaseline and do I need a headband and like just the stuff that people
definitely need a headband.
Don't know about running. But I'm gonna rotate my shoes. I like that idea. I only have 2 pairs though, so I think I'm gonna go buy 2 more pairs.
Well, do you have 2 other pairs that you like?
I do. Yeah.
Are you better in the morning or in the afternoon?
I don't think I've run often in the afternoon in my life. Like I can't think of many times.
Well, Ironman's is the only time
I've run a sub 4. I run a sub 4 starting at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, whatever time I say, 4 o'clock, whatever time I started. I don't even know what time did I start. 7.
You must have been about 10 minutes before me, so I think I started at like 2:20. So you must have been around 2:10 or something.
Okay, so 2:10 I started. So okay, but I've never run this. Wow, so the odd time I'd go out for an evening jog, they're harder. Evening jogs are harder.
I've done them like 2 times. I've got like maybe 3 career evening jogs, maybe 5.
Okay, so now I'm going to be doing 12 of them. It's not like I'm doing a half marathon before or anything. It should be fine. Should be fine. Capes is really excited. Uncle Ray.
Okay.
So he turned 60, my dad's youngest brother, and he signed up for the Wooded Wonder, I think, or one of the later ones. No, sorry.
The hard one.
The Spruce Sanctuary is the one he's doing. And he's aiming 2 hours. He's hoping to break 2 hours. He's been sending me his runs, and like he's able to do it, looks like, for like 8 miles kind of thing at that pace, 7-8 miles.
If you can do it in training for 8 miles, no problem.
So he's like maybe 9:20. I think he needs to be 9:12, right?
9:10.
9:10. So he's
in
not
my head
quite,
it's 9:10, but whatever.
yeah, he's not quite there, but he feels good, and so he said he kind of is hoping that I can kind of pace him and try to push to break 2 hours. So I'm excited for that. The guy's he's only run one half. I always thought he'd run like a whole bunch of races, and it's like one marathon and one half he's run.
Oh wow, he did a marathon though.
Yeah, he did a marathon. I don't know what time he did, but
they're hard, right? So
marathons are not easy. Yeah, and there's like we're up to like maybe 150 runners now, and yeah, no, I'm excited about it. I had a run. My last run that I did was Sunday, and like it was a friendly reminder for me how very, very important sleep, nutrition, hydration is. It was a CD release party for Diggs's band, the Delicious Hounds, at the Pyramid Cabaret or whatever. And I was like, I'll go check it out or whatever. So I went, and then of course, all these people I haven't seen in forever were there, like Boxstall and all my hockey buddies, and a ton of people doing Run with Rob. And it ended up, it's all we talked about all night. But it's like 1 o'clock. I'm like, I should probably go home. And then a couple of them was, hey, can you bring me home? Do you mind giving me a ride home? And next thing you know, it's 2:30. You're bringing it. I didn't get to bed till almost 4. I haven't gone to bed at 4 in forever. And then we had 18 kids coming over for my daughter's birthday the next morning early. So I had like almost no sleep. And then I ate like chocolate chips and like it was just not a good day for eating. I didn't drink water all day.
Yeah,
I brought it.
So your heart rate was super high, I'm guessing.
Yeah, no, not that. I felt like I didn't want to do the run. I had a 45-minute run to do on Saturday, and I had to bring Alex down to soccer practice. So I was going to do it during his soccer practice. It was perfect, right?
Park go for a run.
Yeah, so I parked there, and I was like, I don't feel like going for a run. I'll just take a nap in the car. And I was like, I've not felt like that at all, ever. And I'm like, just go run. Like, quit being an idiot and just go run. And it took everything to get me out of that car and put my shoes on. And once I started running, I didn't want to run. I was like, I don't want to, like, I just want to lay down. And then it was like lesson, sleep, nutrition, hydration. Because I was terrible. That's my last run, by the way. Hopefully I'll be okay.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah. So anyways, have you thought about another race, another Ironman or something like that?
Yeah, I'm signed up for some triathlons this summer.
Which ones have you signed up for?
Birds Hill, Saint-Malo.
And
Hecla,
all 4?
And Riding Mountain.
You're doing the entire Manitoba calendar.
Yep.
Oh no, I think there's a boys.
Morden, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not doing Morden boys event.
So you're doing the entire season. So if it was like a pro tour, the Manitoba Pro Tour, you'd rack up a ton of points.
I gotta get the return on
for the bike,
on everything I spent for the
wetsuit,
the bike, the water bottle,
the $80 you dropped,
the $80 water
the
bottle holder.
You're like, I need a bottle holder for my bottle. Yeah,
here. I just need the screw.
Yeah, it's $80 US.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, all right. I don't have a choice. It's Ironman. That's how it works. So you're doing all of them. The first one is what, mid-June?
Early June.
And then there's kind of one a month or one every 3 weeks.
Then there's 2 weeks, and then like a month.
Hecla is mid-July.
Yeah, and then another month, basically. Okay.
It's kind of 2 week, and then a month, basically.
Yeah. So the point there is I want to really kind of really go light on the running for a while until we train for New York, where I'm hoping to put on a lot of miles for that training, and really want my foot to be as close to as 100% as it can be. So it feels really good right now. Like it feels like it's almost 100%, but I felt like this before and it's gone back. So
when do you think we'll start our like training program for New York?
well, that depends on kind of what I think what you and Pat Trickle decide. Like depending on, are you going to do race? I'm guessing you're going to want to do races after. So so I think to me it's 12 weeks after. So the Riding Mountain one is 12 weeks ahead of New York.
Okay, so there's a ton of time after
that. That would be like, to me, the start. I would start it after that.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to taper or anything for these races.
You're just going to go do them on the weekend and go right back at it, right?
Yeah, that's what
because it's 2.5 hours, right?
Yeah, I feel like they don't kill you. Yeah. They're hard. They're hard, but they don't kill you. Yeah.
It's not like running a marathon though.
It's not as bad as that.
Because you get the break on the bike. I know the break, you're going to go hard on the bike. I know you will, but it's not the same. You can't compare the level of effort. Like it's not the same. And maybe that's because I'm not doing it right. But for me, it's
maybe. I don't know. Like to me, the recovery for a marathon, there's nothing like it. I even think like an Ironman isn't even. I think they're ultra probably, yeah. So
it's 2 marathons.
yeah.
But you're not going as fast.
Yeah, you're not as fast, but it's a lot of miles. So from what I've done so far, marathon, like racing a marathon has required the most recovery of anything I've done, even more than Ironman so far. But maybe I didn't go hard enough on the Ironman.
No. That's the same for me. Definitely the same for me. When we came back from LA, my legs were just like shot for a week.
Yeah.
I couldn't run that whole week. And even like it was slow easing back into it.
But even the one before that, where it was a little bit, the one in Vegas where
Vegas.
It was probably a little easier. You probably took that one a little easy. And for me, it was, even that one, just took me so long to get over it. Right?
No, I was the same way. I remember you were like, "Oh, go for a 3-mile jog the next day."
6 miles. Yeah.
No, I went down to the gym and I was like, I can't, what is he? But I was like, my brother, he knows what he's talking about. Obviously, Charlie's the most knowledgeable guy I know. So I hammered out. I think I hammered out. I don't remember. We talked about it on the podcast, but I want to say 3 miles or something, 2 miles the next day after having gotten aggressively intoxicated at the craps table in Vegas.
Yeah.
So you're going to do 4 races. Okay. So then you're not going to do an Ironman. Then you're going to focus on New York.
For now, yeah.
Okay.
Ironman, eventually I'll do another one, but we got New York, we got Boston. That's enough for now.
Okay, good. Do you think we should try to record I'd like to record from the road.
Yeah. Do some post
maybe
maybe 1 or 2 next week
after your leg. We could record.
Yeah, let's do that one.
Claude will be there, Tanya will be there. We'll just do a powwow, a circle, and we'll just record.
Okay,
right on.
Oh, is Tanya though? Tanya wants to race it though.
I asked her if she thinks she can beat Mox and Labby, and she's kind of like budding and saying she doesn't want to compete. And now I don't know if we need to push her because I think she has a shot. Like I don't think Mox will do a 150. I think he might do Mox might do a 155 or something. I think Tanya could probably do that.
Oh, for sure she can.
And Diego hasn't trained. Labby's probably going to sneak in a 148 or 150 or something.
Labby's going to do 145, no problem.
But could Tanya maybe do that? She's really fit. She's been jogging a ton. She's nose breathing her whole jogging.
Yeah. So she's losing half her speed because she's trying to breathe out her nose. Once she breathes from her mouth, imagine how fast she'll be going.
I know. I feel like when she lets loose, she'll have speed. So maybe what we'll do is you could pace Tanya
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, we should let Claude go out ahead, or I don't know. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, but we'll figure something out. But I think I need to encourage Tanya to try to compete for this because I think she'll want to test herself and push herself and see if she can win,
Yeah.
especially if she's feeling good on the day of, right? And that's the
Yeah.
day after Diego is running sorry, that's the morning one. The day after Diego's running his fast one. So Diego's running 2. So he's running like the speed one where he wants me to pace him and try to like on the day before, and then he's running a slower one on the weekend.
Yeah, but if you're trying to pace everyone,
Well,
you gotta be careful about that.
yeah,
Like
I know. 155s though, like
still, like those a lot.
yeah,
Of,
that's why I'm saying that you're gonna. Well, Diego, I'm
yeah.
comfortable letting him go ahead there. Like that's fine.
Yeah.
And
But at least for the first half, you could kind of,
yeah, and you could pace Tanya,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna pace Uncle Ray because it's 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like that'll be a 159 best case kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the other, I mean, I got a 3.5 hour one that I got to do, a walking leg.
Yeah.
And then I got a whole bunch of people that I'm running solo with that have told me they're aiming 2:30, which is going to be like, that's slow jogging, right? But I'm looking forward to, because I did it.
It's like my Ironman pace.
2:15 is like your Ironman pace. No, I'm looking forward to it because I think I've practiced kind of at that pace recently. Did I tell you about my running group experience? I went to the running room. So we had booked a while back when running room agreed to sponsor us.
Yeah.
They booked and for me to go.
I have a feeling where this story is going, but anyways.
No, I don't think it's the no story. I feel like
Okay. Okay, so what's the story?
The no story. I showed up. I was speaking at the running group, so I spoke to the whole group, and it was awesome.
About
Run with Rob, trying to get them to run.
Yeah.
So a ton of interest, a lot of people interested. They said they'd share it on socials, all that. And then they're like, hey, you want to run with us for the group? I was like, sure. I had my stuff. So I was like, kind of expecting that they would. And I was supposed to do, whatever.
You had to practice your 11-minute miles?
Well, there was 3 groups, and I somehow ended up running with this group, and we ended up doing 11-minute miles. Yeah. And it was awesome. It was so
fun. No, it is. Yeah. It can be fun. Yeah.
We talked the whole time. I ended up talking.
You can have those are fun. Yeah. Like I remember doing that, and you have convos, you learn about people.
The whole time we talked.
That's the beautiful thing about running with, like, it's so easy to kind of get to know someone on a run because, like, what else are you going to do? Right.
Yeah. And they weren't talking much at first. And I was like, hey, let's have some conversations here. So I asked them about their goals, and it's crazy that they both had goals. They didn't want to share too much. And then they kind of opened up, and like this guy, Graham, I think was his name. By the end of the run, he's like, yeah, I will do an Olympic triathlon. He was like thinking of maybe doing it in 2 or 3 years, but he's already doing a half and he's already able to. And I was like, it's not that much of a jump from a half to an Olympic. He was a Bronze Cross award-winning swimmer in high school. So I was like, you got that part. You got the run. The bike, honestly, worst case.
Just keep moving your feet. Just keep pedaling.
So you got most of it covered. So I was kind of pushing him hard. And then the woman that I was with, her name was Jen, I think. She was awesome. She was like, she wanted to run a marathon someday. She's like, I was like, well, what's stopping you? Kind of. And she's like, wow. So I was just trying to get into like the psyche of it. And eventually at the end, she's like, there's nothing stopping me. I was like, all you got to do is make a plan and do those jogs, and the marathon will be the same thing. Anyways, it's the same stuff you and I talked about.
There's another trick for marathons.
Sign up.
No, so my trick is like, just go slower. I mean,
that's kind of what I was saying.
I mean, like, it seems hard at the pace you're running, but what if you go a little bit slower? It's going to be, you can always go slower, and then it's doable.
We had a great time though. It was just a great run, and then the run finished, and everyone's like, "Oh, we're here," and it was like an hour 10 or whatever, and they're like, "Oh my god, like that just passed by." I was like, then I checked my pace. It was like 6:30 per kilometer or something like that. So that's like 11-minute miles, right?
No, 6:30 is like 10, just over 10.
No, really?
Yeah. 6 is 9:45 or something.
Oh, wow. 6:40, I think, is what we ran.
It'd be like 10 and a half or something.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So, yeah.
That's a quick pace for me.
Okay.
For my trip.
So anyways, I loved it. I loved me. And then I felt so good about it that I was like, why don't I ever run with people? I was like, this is kind of ridiculous. I had so much fun there. So then I posted on my Instagram and TikTok and all that. I am running Saturday morning. This is my last jog. Who wants to come run with me? And Danny Doge and Marty Laflèche came. And
Nice.
those guys, and those we ended up running an hour with those guys.
Hey, I didn't
And
get that.
are you not on socials?
Which socials? I would have totally done that.
Are you following me on TikTok?
Oh, TikTok, the young
Instagram?
kids. Instagram.
Facebook,
maybe, probably. Yeah.
I should have texted you actually. We ran. I told those guys.
No, but the Saturday I couldn't. I did my bike at Birds Hill, 22 miles an hour, crushed it.
How many hours?
Oh, I just like it was a 1.5 hour workout with like 30 minutes hard in the middle.
That's cool. 22 miles an hour. It's good to know you could go that fast, right? Danny sends me his jogs. Danny Doge. He was like an elite kind of high schooler runner, and like the one he sent me the other day was a 10K in like 42 minutes or something.
Holy, I can't do that. That's so fast. That's awesome.
And I was just like, and he was like thanking me profusely the whole jog, because he's like, I started jogging again because of this, because of you and the run with Rob, and I was not jogging, and this is so cool, and I'm pushing and then he signed up he wants to do a sub 40-minute 10K at the Manitoba Marathon.
That's what I want to do too. I think I want to do that. I was thinking of that on my next running goals.
That, eh? Like when June 16th, is that the same day as the Ironman, as the triathlon, or a week before?
I don't know.
No, they're not doing St. Malo on the same day as the Manitoba.
No, they wouldn't do it on the same.
It's a week before or after. It's a week after, I would imagine.
But I had that on my list of things I wanted to do this year. So sub 40, 10K, and then sub 19, 5K, which I think is too crazy.
You're already there. I guarantee you.
No, I'm not. I'm telling you, I'm like, I feel so slow right now. But I guess I haven't pushed myself in a very long time. So
I think you could do it for what it's worth.
Do
you want to sign up?
If I train, I could, yeah.
Okay, let's try to do that. Let's try to do the 10K Manitoba Marathon. I mean, I know your calendar's full, but that's something we could consider.
Oh, I would love a 10K. That's would be my third year in a row I do the 10K at the Manitoba Marathon.
That's okay though. We've done enough marathons. Like we can take them up.
Yeah, but then what if we say we want to do it in 40? Then that's the challenge. That would be a challenge.
That's what I mean. That's the challenge. I'm pretty sure I can do it.
Oh, I know you can, but because I know you're like in crazy good running shape. So I think I'm close, but not. I need some training.
So he was like, he's sending me his jogs, and then I posted, and he's like, "Oh, Rob, I want to join you." And I was like, "Awesome." And then Marty Laflèche, Jail's brother, he'd never really jogged. He's been jogging. He's pretty fit. He's doing really good times. He's been sending me his jogs. So I told both those guys, I'm like, I'm going to be slowing you down today because I need to do a slow jog, 5:45, 6 minutes. Like I want to do this at race pace.
Yeah.
Like next week's race pace. So we ended up just jogging at like a very slow pace. They had a great time. And then the last story. The one story I want to tell is my hockey team. So there's 16 guys on my hockey team, and I believe 13 of them are doing Run with Rob.
Wow. Oh, you guys are going to start dominating.
Wow, I'm excited because we lost the last 14 games in a row.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe not.
We're just getting no, but like that was 2 months ago when we got killed in winter, right? And the season ended. But we're getting older and these teams are getting younger. We're still in Div 1. And like the guys that are jogging, you could tell they were jogging and it was like the team was improving. Anyways, I put a prize out there. I said $200 to the fastest curé, any leg, but you got to run one of the 24 legs. $200, fastest guy.
That'd be hilarious if like one guy like joins the last leg to try to beat it. Like
Well,
let's say you do the first one and you don't quite get it, and then at the end you like do the surprise leg.
some guys were talking about that, but like guys on the team, I don't really like. I know all my teammates, but I don't know who's training, who's fit, who's not. None of them, not one of them, I've ever run a half. I don't think. Maybe George Graney's maybe run one, but anyways, like nobody's run. This is brand new for everyone. The guy sends me a photo. Danek Levesque sends me a photo. Hey Rob,
Yeah,
just want to
he's young though, right?
he's like 30, I want to say. Like
Yeah,
he's young.
super young. Yeah.
Yeah. He sends me a photo. Hey Rob, just want to thank you. Motivated me to get in shape and to run, and I felt so good. I signed up and I did my first marathon this weekend. It was a
Marathon.
half. Did my first half
Oh,
this weekend.
okay.
WFPS.
WPS.
WPS. The one that was last weekend.
Winnipeg Police. Yeah.
Yeah. So he went and ran it. I was like, oh wow, so pumped. Congrats,
That's
man.
awesome.
And he goes, I go, what did you do for time? Hour 37.
Yeah. Some people are,
I was just like, it took me like a year.
Yeah, but at 30 it would have been a different story.
Yeah. So
At 30 it would have been a different story. You would have been that within 6 months.
he posted that. So that was in the team chat. So now everyone's like, well, we're out now. Like we can't beat that. Like there's no way we could beat that. Everyone thought they had a chance at like 150, 155 because no one's like miles ahead of anyone. So now he posted a one, but he's got to do it like in Run with Rob. Like that doesn't count, right? He's got to do it in Run with Rob. And he just did one and whatever. So Marty, I think, was kind of hoping that he might have a shot at winning. And now he was demoralized from this other guy. But it's kind of like the friendly competition. Like it's friendly, but it's a real competition. Anyways, all these guys are jogging. They'd never jogged. And at first they were doing it. They're doing it just to support me. And the $200 is kind of funny that it's motivating. I bet you someone will take it. If the times are not that good, I bet you someone will take a stab at the last one. Anyways, it's neat. It's cool that everyone's doing this. Okay, so your calendar's good. We'll stop there for today, Charlie.
Wait, one more question. Have you thought about anything for after? What's going to be because we talk about the Blues all the time, right? So I'm assuming.
Yeah, I don't want you and other people to think that I'm like mentally deranged is the problem.
Yeah. Of course, yeah.
I think that because I brought it up to
Okay, yeah. I know what you want to do. That's right. Now I remember. Yeah, go ahead.
I've kind of decided I'm gonna do it unless I'll share. This is a sharing circle. I'll share.
Yeah.
I've not been able to stop thinking about that Ironman qualifying time for the Worlds. And I've just been thinking about checking the website, so there's the last
How do you even find that out? I wasn't able to find it.
The spots. So
you'll send me a text after.
Yeah. So the last race that has qualifying spots for this year's World Championships is in Lake Placid, July 23rd. It's an Ironman. It is apparently the toughest Ironman in North America by a long stretch.
Well, the bike course looks pretty hard.
Yeah. So I've just been thinking about it. And I think I want to do it. I think I want to spend June and July doing leg presses and doing squats and doing hills on Zwift and not running because not running, but doing like just a million hills and a million squats and a million leg presses and trying to get leg strength and qualifying for Worlds. That's what I'm thinking. But I know that sounds so absurd to everyone who's listening right now, who's like, dude, you're running across Manitoba, like pump the brakes a little bit, which is what both my coaches said. But yeah, anyways, this could be a discussion for another day, but like,
it might be. So you know what the problem is? You're going to be super tired after, right? So that's 300 miles.
Yeah, but I take 2 weeks off, right? I'm going to Portugal the day after Run with Rob.
Yeah.
Taking a week off. I'm only doing one half marathon in that week, nothing else.
And then you'll be done by June. No, yeah, you'll have plenty of time. Have plenty of time. Yeah, I think you can do it. Well, I don't think you'll qualify, but
that's fine though. That's fine.
But I think you could try, and I think you might be close. But I think qualifying.
And I'm okay with
qualifying. Might be a little hard for you, but you might. I don't know.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not qualifying. This is a new challenge because it's hills. And anyways, we could save this discussion for another day because the whole why is really front and center right now. Like, why do we do this? And like trying to people might have a hard time grasping why, but anyone who's like addicted like I am, and who's like a goal setting type A driven, and you are the same way, like this is kind of like you would do something like this, right?
I think I'm more like conservative in terms that I know I can achieve things, and I'm very confident that I can, but I'm more conservative in the amount of time that I think it'll take me to do those things
Yes,
than
I'm
you are.
different than you. I'm convinced that I can just do stuff, and sometimes I don't do it as quick as I want or whatever, but
Yeah, but I mean
the journey,
it's
right?
admirable. Yeah, so back I was gonna say the journey. So one of the things I've missed with this Ironman training is when I was doing a marathon training, there would always be there would be some super hard workouts that were just like,
And we would share them.
and the feeling like those are painful, right?
Oh, they were hard. The tempo was there.
But at the same time, those are the ones that like give you the most joy after. Like I don't know how to explain it, but
It's exactly how to explain it.
yeah.
You
I'm kind of missing those hard workouts. I can't wait to get more of those in because Ironman, there's long 5-hour ones, but
It's different.
they're not like they're not like you're pushing yourself to your mental,
You never want to quit an Ironman workout.
yeah. I mean,
You always just, it's long, but you're not like, maybe I can't do this right now. Like that never happens. But on my runs, there were many times where I was like
the
I
10
don't
the 10-mile the 10-mile tempo runs, right? Like
I don't know if I could
mean,
do that. I might have
yeah.
to slow the pace down. Like I don't know if I could do it, which is
Yeah.
pretty awesome. And then you're doing the absolute best you can. Your heart rate's at 175, and you're just like feel so good after.
Yeah.
And then you'd send the text to your brother, and we talk about that day's tempo, and oh my God, you did unreal. Oh wow, you did better.
Yeah.
And
So
like,
I kind of like pushing myself. Part of my journey that I love is when you push yourself in these types of workouts, like, and you do something that you thought. So that, like training for a 10K is where there would be a lot of workouts like that, right? Which would
10K is harder than an Ironman.
Well, it's not. I mean, it's different, but the workouts that you would do for a 10K, I would assume, would be a lot harder.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of like hills and intervals and like tons of fast tempos and a 408.
Maybe I'll put that on the calendar for Patrick. 10K sub 40. See what he's going to be like. You can't do that. You can't even run 7-minute miles.
Dude, you did an entire marathon at 7-minute miles. Way better than 7-minute miles. 640? What did you do? 635? I don't even remember. What is it?
Yeah, but it doesn't. So, but
grade
adjusted was 715 or 720, which is pretty good.
Grade adjusted?
Yeah.
How much? Who says? Who made
there's
the formula?
There's a Training Peaks as a formula, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, that's bullshit. 715.
But I did do a half marathon, a whole half. Definitely did a whole half under. I don't understand how. Like I feel like 7-minute miles are so hard now. It's crazy.
Do you think it's because it's just been so long since you've like we used to do those every week, 1 or 2 days a week? We do 7-minute miles.
You put yourself in that pain kind of mental mode where you're just doing 165 HR, and that's like.
Remember, like the last tempo run for Boston qualifier. I don't know what yours was. It was 11 mile. It was like 1 mile warm up, and then I think it was 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 miles at something. I think it was 7 miles at something, and then 11 miles at like 7-minute mile.
Yeah, mine wasn't exactly like that. So mine, I had one where I did 2 weeks before my second last hard workout. I did a 10 miler at like 720 tempo, and then the week after that, I did like a 24 mile. Sorry, I did a 24 mile, but in the middle, I did 6 miles.
That's right.
And then I sped up 6 miles. And then the last 6 miles were the fastest. And then my cool down. So yeah, those were hard. Those were fun.
Yeah, those are, I think like this journey, you got to do stuff you like, right? So
Yeah,
I,
I mean, it's nice to change though, change and do different things, right? So
I just feel like I'm so ready for an Ironman right now. My swimming is the best it's ever been. My jogging's pretty good. If I hammer hard for 2 months on the bike and like
yeah.
build some quad strength and some glutes, and maybe I can trim 20 minutes, half hour, like equivalent 20 minutes, half hour, not
Well,
like
I would say so. There's
same
two
time.
things you need. There's two things that you can do on your bike that'll make you. So to me, it's like kind of those low cadence, high power workouts that Patrick gives you. Like really hammer those, the high power one, like the low cadence, high power, because that'll just make your legs that much like stronger. And then on the other ones, like your aerobic ones, I think if you do just go high cadence, super high cadence, because you have the cardio, right? Like
Yeah,
so you can handle 95 to 100, and that gives you that much more power, right?
right.
Because your cardio is so good. Like I don't know if cardio is the right word there, but your cardio is so good that you can do 95, 100. I feel.
And I talked to Claude, and he said he'd come with me.
Okay.
So I'm like, go with Claude, direct flights,
Ship the bike, no problem.
details. Those are details.
All right.
Anyways, I'm thinking about that,
Yeah, I'll see you. I'll see you on May 16th. We're going to
which
be
is
running
six days from now.
a half marathon, whether Patrick knows about it or not.
Shh, let's keep it on the lowdown. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Another episode of The Running Journey. I'm Rob. It's my brother, Charlie. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Smash that bell. Boy, this is an exciting time for me, guys. Sorry if all I talk about is this run with Rob, but it's so exciting for me and it's a big part of my journey. Thank you for all of you for being there. Thank you, Charlie, for supporting me through all this. And we'll see you in the next video.
You
Thanks.
bet.